here with head women's basketball coach Carrie Lohr as we talk about the start of the season and we look forward to the beginning of GLIAC play. Nice start for your program. What does that do for a team's confidence early in the season to have the 5 wins early and to win a few straight?
Well, there's no question getting off to a strong start and a good start is instrumental leading into GLIAC play. I think that the win at Lake Erie and the win at Findlay were things on our mind from a year ago. They beat us both at home, and our returners, which was a majority of our freshmen, now sophomores, and our juniors, now seniors, certainly remembered that. So I think that getting off to a great start is critical for any team in going into league play, and I'm happy with the way we bounced back after our initial loss at Walsh.
Yeah, Walsh has had an impressive start as well. They're a strong team. Quite a few freshmen, like you talked about, play significant minutes last year. One of those, Grace George, is off to a good start, leading scorer through 6 games. Discuss her development as an offensive threat.
Really, I will say that Grace has been a great surprise for us. Not because we didn't think she was capable, but because we didn't know it was going to happen so quickly. Grace, this past spring, had back surgery, so it was questionable as to, is she going to be ready to play? Is she going to be ready to play in November? Is she going to be ready by GLIAC time? And here she's been, never felt better, and so this has been a great surprise in that. And also the rest of the freshmen have really just bought into building the program, bought in last year, and were really, I felt, as freshmen, just leaders. Yeah. And now as sophomores, they certainly took their lumps last year, but I do hope and expect that experience last year will continue to help them grow and help us get our program back to where we need to be.
The underclassmen have been solid. We'll switch our attention to an upperclassman, a transfer, Sadia Johnson. 4 double-digit scoring performances have kind of been another offensive threat. Maybe not a surprise to people in the building, but maybe a surprise to the rest of the league, the scoring prowess that she's shown early.
You know, I think Sadia definitely has an offensive mindset, and I think that there was a part of the transition from coming from a Division III school to Division II, and then also the transition of learning our system and playing within the system and learning her teammates. So I'm really excited about Sadia. I think she's definitely put in the time. She's a great person, a really hard worker, and I'm really happy with where she's at, but you know, I'm not satisfied, and I know she's not either.
Turning attention to this week's opponent, a strong Ferris State team and a Lake Superior State team that's improving and has improved from years past. What are you hoping to see from your team Thursday and Saturday? And give us a few keys to victory on both fronts.
Well, I expect that both games are going to be good competitive games. I don't anticipate that we're quite to a point where anything is going to be easy for us. It's going to be a grind. And I think that the expectation is that you have to go to both of those schools and really defend. I think Ferris has 4 players with a very, very impressive field goal percentage. So we've got to do our best to slow them down and not allow those 4 players to really take off and hit their average. The other part with heading now to Lake Superior, they have one of the best 3-point shooters in the conference right now. So again, I think just going on the road, you definitely have to have a defensive mindset, and we're facing 2 very offensive teams. I think Ferris right now is certainly very explosive offensively.
And it's an interesting trip to start league play because you guys leave Thursday and you're staying on the road. Talk a little bit, give some insight to some people that might not understand how that can affect a basketball team positively or maybe negatively.
Yeah, there certainly is a twist to both. Without question, you always would love to play at home.
Right.
So traveling is something that you have to get used to, and get used to traveling and then getting off of a bus and then performing for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I think that takes maturity, it takes development. I'm optimistic that our sophomore class has had enough experience to help, our transfers and our two freshmen get through the process. My expectation is that our seniors will be able to handle that transition and show up and play. The other piece, though, is sometimes I really do enjoy the travel in terms of just being with your basketball family and having some time alone.
Kind of takes away some of the noise.
Kind of takes away some of the noise without question. We incorporate some study time and we incorporate obviously basketball time, but within that we have team time. And I think at this point in the season, early in GLIAC play, I think this would be good for us to be on the road and just be together.